Approaching girls with no experience. Now this is for hookups and relationships. Now you've probably watched countless videos like these, trying to figure out the secret to approaching girls. Now the secret is that there is no secret. And you must understand that no one is going to approach her for you. No one is going to come grab you out of your bed and go get you a hot girlfriend. You must wake up and make it happen yourself. You need to understand that confidence, you must fake it even if you don't have it at the moment, because if you fake it, then you can build it step by step, and your confidence will impress her and make her more receptive to flirting. Now, being afraid of rejection is a crucial part in everyone's start. It's happened to all of us, and you need to understand why you're afraid of rejection. We need to look at the primal brain. To beat this state, you must understand that you're not gonna die if you get rejected. What is the worst that could happen? Nothing is going to happen to you. She's a 50-kilo girl. She's not going to affect your life in any way, even if she rejects you. So you may be wondering, what are the steps that you could take to beat this thought sort of process? We need to understand that there are no tribes, or we're not in the primal age. Nothing is going to happen to you. No one is going to gang up on you and find you. There are zero consequences. Nothing could happen. You're not going to lose family or friends. You're still going to have your job, or you're still going to go to college. No one is going to look at you and say, oh, that's the guy that got rejected, let's go beat him up. That's not going to happen. You're still going to have your house. All in all, no one gives a fuck. It's not illegal to ask a girl out or like her, unless you're stalking her, then that's a different story. But being authentic is the key to this, the key to moving forward with it. So you may be wondering, what should you do next? Now we're going to look into flirting and taking all the necessary steps to look and feel your best. The preparation to look your best and feel your best is what builds your confidence. So before you step out of your house, you need to stop overcomplicating it. Just make sure that you're dressed well, clothes that fit you, they're clean, they suit you, they suit your sort of vibe and your haircut and your face, all of it. You need to look your best, because you've got what it takes to impress the girls. You just have to embrace it and really sort of feel it. So before you go out, you must take a shower, brush your teeth, put on deodorant, apply cologne. You need to fit, if you want to look good, if you want to feel good, you need to look good, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to sort of be proud of who you are and who the character that you're presenting, because girls do pick up on that. So put on your favourite outfit, style your hair how you like it, and you're going to be ready. Now the first approach we're going to go into is the warm approach. And this is a quite risky one, because it's not risky because it's quite arguably the easiest one to get girls if you have the courage and confidence. And it works the best if you're in college or sort of like a work environment, or even school, I'll be honest, in your later years if you want to get your first girlfriend. Essentially the girl's already familiar with you, and that's why it's a warm approach. Now to do this, you either approach her at a party or invite her to one yourself. You must bring her into the fun. You must invite her even if she's not familiar with you, because you can still make moves. And the risk here is that you sort of know the girl already, because you've seen her around the class, you've seen her around your work environment, but you haven't really spoken to her. Maybe a few highs. You've always been too shy. You don't really make eye contact. And we've all been there. Now the risk to this is that if you do ask her out after seeing her a bunch of times and not talking to her, you need to see it from her perspective. She's just going to see you and it's just going to be another Tuesday. But to you, it's going to be like, oh, I finally watched this video. I'm confident now. I'm ready to go. I did my hair. I put on my clothes. I put my favourite cologne on. I did all of it. I'm ready to approach her. But from her perspective, it's just another day. She may not even notice that you're that prepared. But that's the beauty of it. She doesn't have to notice. It's all up to you. Now you may fuck it up, and then it is going to be awkward with the friend group later on, or sort of your work colleagues or whatever. But you need to realise that it does not matter. You took your shot. She's going to respect you more, and you're going to get over it. If she does reject you, you're no longer going to go home and wank over her. You're not going to really have the thought anymore. You can move on. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to worry anymore. You've tried your best. You manned up and you approached her. And you saw what happened. You didn't get her, and that's all there is to it. Now, if you do secure her, then that's even better. You've succeeded, and you'll get a boost of confidence and testosterone as well. Now, another thing is, if you're secretly in love with a girl, that's a friend, you sort of talk to her sometimes, she's part of your friend group, the chances of you changing the narrative on that, they are very slim. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you there's a secret way to hypnotize her with your eyes, with the secret eye contact. There is no way, because she's already placed you mentally into the friend zone, and the chances of you fucking her or doing anything with her are very low, unless you've had like quite a big glow up over the summer holidays or over the work break, or if you've became famous like a YouTuber or footballer, sort of in your football team, in school, sort of anything like that. But if you're just the same guy, then she's already friend zoned you and there's no changing it. It is very hard to get out of that. The only move that you could make if you really wanted that girl is at a party when you've both had drinks. Now, I don't really encourage you hitting on girls when they're drunk and you're not, because that is quite weird. But if you've had a few drinks yourself, then you could go speak to her and see how it goes. But chances are she's already placed you in the friend zone, and that's what you get for being a pussy and not approaching her before. That's just the consequences of life. If it's been too long, you should just move on, because the joke is on you. You've waited for months. You've tried to muster the courage. Every single day you tell yourself, I'll approach her tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Then a week passes, 2 weeks pass, and you haven't done anything. That's what you get, and that's the power of the present. That's why I encourage you to do it straight away. As soon as you've had the thought, you've seen a hot girl walking, you should approach her, and that should lead us into the cold approach. Now, this approach is one of the most famous and overhyped, over-talked about, sort of, in this whole community on YouTube, on Reddit. There's the Red Pill community. I used to sort of browse through that when I was quite younger, and it's really talked about a lot, but most people just spew bullshit on this. Like, they're not really telling you what to do, they just tell you to cold approach. And there is a bit more depth to it. It's not as scary because you don't know the girl. It's the cold approach. You don't really know the person. You're approaching a random person, and it won't really matter what happens if she rejects you. It's literally as simple as approaching a random girl and telling her to her face that you're into her, or just give her a little compliment. The easiest way to do it is when you're outside on a walk, or if there's a group of girls, you want to find the fridge, the least attractive one. You want to approach her and give her a little compliment, even though you're not into her, but you want to give her a compliment so she doesn't block you from going for the snack, the main one. So you give her a compliment, then the actual target, the one you're going for, the hot one, is going to feel left out, and she's going to try and include herself into the conversation. She's going to try get your attention, because she knows that she's the hot one. She's friends with the fat one or the ugly one for a reason, because it boosts her confidence, and that's the halo effect. She's going to look better because she's with an uglier friend. So you want to play into her game. She's not going to know that you're doing that, but you want to go for the ugly one. Then the hot one is going to try talk to you. That's the game, that's how it works. That's how you outplay them in their own game. Now, you can also do this in the gym by asking a girl how many sets she has left. Then you can sort of gauge her body language and her facial expressions to see if she's into you. If she's into you, you can flirt with her, get her number, take her on a date sort of after the gym. But if she does reject you, then it is quite awkward, because she's going to be there every time. But at the end of the day, who really cares if you see her again? She's going to respect you because you shot your shot. You did your thing, you went for her, she rejected you, that's it. There's nothing to really be embarrassed about. You're a man and you're attracted to females. You may not be her type, but she told you that, you respected it, moved on. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Now, if you really want easy sex and sort of easy hookups, then you should step outside at night, go with a couple friends on a night out for a couple drinks. I'd go in the big cities like London, Manchester, Nottingham, Leicester, anything like that. If you're in America, New York, whatever big city there is, you'll find nightlife there. And easy women outside, because they're looking for the same thing as you, which is attention and sex. And that's what makes the cold approach so easy, because you've all had a couple drinks, maybe done a little coke. Now, I don't condone that, but if that's what you're into, then you could go for it. And it just makes all of it easier, sort of the whole drinking and drug environment. Now, another big thing, if you're in a bar trying to talk to girls, you may find it quite easy, but the reason it's easy is because these girls are just flirting with you to get free drinks. It's all a big game. You may think you're getting somewhere, your dick's hard, you're talking to her, you're having good conversation, sort of slightly touching her on her arm, on her shoulders, and you're thinking you're getting somewhere, but she's literally just using you for drinks. These girls are vultures and they know how to use men. You're gonna think that you're getting somewhere, and then realize that you're £100 in and you haven't even gotten a kiss, and then she's gonna get up and leave with her friends and laugh at you. So be very careful when you're outside drinking at a bar. Don't spend money on these girls. If anything, let them buy you a drink, because the nightlife environment is very different to taking an actual good girl out. When you're with an actual sort of girlfriend type, you always want to pay for her because she deserves that. But I'm not going to get too in depth on that in this video. Now, you need to display your confidence to the female when you approach her. Let her know that you will maintain eye contact. Keep everything slow and calm. You don't want to look around quick or sudden movements. You don't want to look like a serial killer, because even if you don't feel confident, you need to ensure that you follow these steps. Start small, focus on the factors of body language, eye contact. Control your voice, make it very slow, lean back, be relaxed. Don't look around too much. Take everything very slow. Slow it down to your pace and make her match you. Now, girls sort of can clock onto fake confidence. I know I told you to fake your confidence, but you don't want to overdo it. If you're very timid, very shy, I've made a video on that, but you sort of want to act confident, but not too confident, because they can clock that you're a fugazi, essentially. Now, your confidence will impress her and make her more receptive to the flirting. You need to display your confidence when you approach her and let her know that you value yourself more than her by displaying it. Give yourself a rundown on what you will say in your head before you approach her. It will just make it easier for you if you sort of gauge her type, like sort of the way she looks. You can sort of gauge what you're going to say to her, but you don't need to memorize it off a script, because if she says something different, then you're just going to fuck up, stutter, and you're not going to get her. So you want to take it with what she says as well. Keep that in mind. And again, look good, feel good. I'm very big on this. Now, you may be asking, what am I going to do after I get her number or snap? Once you do get that, you can really use it to your advantage, guys. One thing you can really use is voice notes. The reason they work so well is because not many guys use them, and they are very primal. Now, I'm not telling you to use some very deep voice and sort of speak like you're some giga chad. That's not going to work either. You want to use sort of your natural voice, a bit lowered, a bit more deeper, but you don't want to overdo it. Now, the goal of this is to organize the meet as soon as possible. You don't want to become a texting buddy. Don't do no stupid snap streaks. Don't even get a snap, just go straight for a number. But if you're a bit younger, then you could go for it. Again, don't do good morning texts, because she will put you in the friend zone. She will see you as that nice guy. The way to organize a meet is literally to invite her into something fun. Now, you want to tell her that you're going somewhere. I'm going to a new food spot tomorrow at the time. You should join me. You don't want to ask her if she wants to go out with you, because she's going to see it as you only going out to go out with her. You want to more see it as you're going out to do that activity anyway, and you're inviting her to join you because you enjoy her company, or you enjoyed talking to her when you got her number, and you want to get to know her more. And she's going to see that, and she's going to respect it and accept it. Unless she's not into you, then she's just not going to reply, or she'll block you. Now, if it's a girl from the club and you've already fucked her on the first time, you've taken her to your car, gotten busy in the back seat, then you can be more sexual and sort of straight up. You can tell her to wear something that's easy access, so you can just get straight to it. You don't really need to put much effort in if it's from a low quality environment like a club or a bar. Now, when you do have sex with the girl, she's literally lost power to you because she's given you the most valuable thing that she has. She's got another body added onto the bodies that she's got, and she's gonna try her best to chase you, unless she's a mega hoe and she doesn't care about bodies. But most girls, depending on how you approached her, you can gauge what type of girl she is. So if she's sort of a good girl, then she is going to chase you to prove to you that she doesn't just give it up to anyone. So you do have the advantage. And as long as you keep playing games with her, using all this psychology shit that's on my channel, you can literally manipulate her, as bad as it sounds. You can literally just ask her to come watch Netflix with you and she'll just go get ready for you to pick her up. Now, this only works if she does respect you. If she falls into your frame, if you're not a clown, then she is going to respect what you say and sort of see you as a higher authority than her and respond to what you say. Now, being emotionless and cold-hearted is the key in these situations. You mustn't show any emotions towards her because she's going to be chasing you, opening up. If you do display the sort of cold-hearted vibe, if you do show any sort of emotion, guys, the chase is over. She's gonna stop. She's gonna think that you're just wet. She's gonna lose all attraction for you. Her pussy's gonna dry up. I mean, I've had girls chase me for years simply because I never told them I loved them first, or that I even missed them. If a girl asks you if you missed her, don't even reply to it, because she is going to think that you're a bit wet if you message her that you miss her first. Girls are going to enjoy you being with them more if you don't text them, and they're constantly thinking if you even care about them that way. For me, they always spam call me, text me, but I'm not really big on phone calls or text messages because I'd rather have the connection and the relationship in person. It's much more entertaining that way. Leave it all for in person, and she's going to notice that, and she's going to value your presence more. You've probably had girls flake on you all the time. For me, if I message a girl that I'm gonna meet her, I don't even ask her if she's free. I just tell her straight up, tomorrow 7 p.m, and they're always on it because I don't text them, I don't call them. They know that it's a big moment and they value my presence. Now, you may be asking, what type of girls should you go for? If you're just looking for some easy sex and sort of a quick hookup, the best types of girls to sleep with are the ones that are in the club and they've recently been broken up with. They may have been in a long-term relationship before and they've recently been dumped, and they're looking for anyone to fill the gap in their heart and fill them up as well. And it's quite easy to emotionally manipulate them to get what you want. The only downside to this is that you might have some crazy guy that was with her before come after you or threaten you. Now, if you do get that, then you should always block the girl and never entertain it, never get into a fight for a girl. It's just not worth it because she will go back to him. Especially if you lose the fight, then it's just awkward and you've lost all your presence, all your value. Just don't do it, it's not gonna work. Girls will go for who they want, so don't be a knight in shining armor. You will ruin your life. Couple apps are designed for hookups such as Tinder, Yubo, Hinge, Bumble, but they only work if you're attractive or have the right pictures and lines or messages. You will meet quite easier women on these apps, but it's still not 100% free, as you've still got to message them and put in some effort. Unless you're a top 1% guy, you're sort of attractive, you've got the money, the looks, sort of everything. Now, how to keep her hooked. The number one way to keep a girl attached to you is to set firm boundaries and have the relationship built entirely on respect. You should only meet her when you're free, when it's convenient for you, and not the other way around. She needs to fall into your frame. She needs to sort of look at you as the deciding factor. You plan everything, you decide where to go, you spend money on her. It's all up to you. She doesn't really get to decide anything, she's just there. And that's what girls like, that's the truth. Let's say you schedule a date with a girl and she tells you that she can't do it, and she doesn't reschedule, she just says, I'm busy. you should just thumbs the message up or just straight up air her. She'll then understand that your time is the one that's valuable and fall into your frame by double texting you and asking what other days you can do. I've seen a lot of guys get rejected, then try to set another date straight away, and then the girl just ghosts them and they wonder what they did wrong. When texting her, you want to keep it brief, don't overdo it. You want her to do most of the texting, such as sending you cute videos and pictures, and you briefly reply to them, and then set up the meet, like I said, because they're going to value your presence more. Keep the mystery, and you'll keep the girl. That's just how it works. Even if a girl does ask you, what are we? Or some shit like that. Do you want to be my boyfriend? And you're in a relationship with her. If you do open up to her and tell her about your past traumas or your childhood trauma or girls that cheated on you, don't ever tell a girl that you've been cheated on. She'll lose all attraction for you and go fuck someone that's more like the guy that she met. So like the previous you, the version of you that she met before you opened up. That's why it's so important to stay in frame, guys. You must stick to the version of you that met the girl and don't change, otherwise the chase will be over.